Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys, and welcome back to another reaction with my older brother Benjamin from Star Wars Timeline. For all the Star Wars fans, guys, check him out. He does reviews, podcasts, just various topics around Star Wars. But today, Ben,
we're doing metal. We're not doing Star Wars.
we're doing metal, and we're both huge fans of Creator. We've seen them live, I think, 3 or 4 times at this point, right?
At least 3 times.
At least 3 times. And they released a new single, and because my brother came over to do a reaction for a Rammstein song, I had to keep him here for a little bit longer because there's quite a few songs we both need to check out, and I love hearing his kind of input on it. I'm gonna say the name of the song is Hate Über Alles, and we're gonna check it out, what it's gonna be about. Creator's always been very politically charged kind of a band.
And it's one band that we both adore, him and I. Like, there's obviously bands that we both enjoy together, but there's other bands that we completely have different opinions about. Lamb of God.
Yeah,
just gotta give it a little shout out.
I love Lamb of God.
Yeah, you can keep loving it. No hate, but just different opinions about bands. But we always aligned our thoughts and feelings on Creator.
And we both like the second half of a career of Creator. The past Andorama Outcast Creator is what we like more.
Yeah,
I don't particularly say the older albums are bad. It's just they've evolved so much, they've gotten so much better.
Yeah,
that I just enjoy that.
They age like wine, dude. It's their newer albums are just dope.
So with that being said, guys, let's get into it. Let's see what we got, and let's see if we like the song. Yeah, they're going heavier. You noticed?
I noticed instantly that like a return to form to earlier albums.
To early albums. Because God of Violence, it was a heavy album, but they've been embracing for the past 3 or 4 albums a more melodic side.
More melodic approach. Yeah, this is like a combination of both I'm hearing so far.
So far, yeah, I'm hearing just like the more brutal approach from them, because a lot of people forget how heavy they are. And how fast. Millie is, I love Millie Petroza. His
stage presence is insane. He's like just exhumes the force. He's like, I am your father, Luke.
I love him.
Yeah.
You know what this brings me back to? I had this conversation with Andrew McKay Smith, the guy I do a podcast with.
Yeah, right.
Every single time when we talk about the big 4.
Yeah.
And again, I am not going to be like him and say Metallica didn't deserve the recognition they got. I'm not going to talk about that. But what I'm saying is there's been bands like Creator, Testament, Sodom.
You're right.
Overkill, yeah. They've been producing albums all through 2010s that have been killer records while Metallica has been sleeping and Megadeth has been making rock and roll. You know what I'm talking about?
Thrash and roll, excuse me.
Thrash and roll.
And a Megadeth diehard fan here to this day. Thrash and roll, correct yourself, okay?
He likes the modern albums from Megadeth. You realize that they're not the same. But
yeah, because look, Mustaine has no pretense over it, even though we're talking about Creator here. He says, look, I make thrash and roll, that's the kind of music I like. That's metal to me.
It's just
the attitude.
Creator has been so consistent in making killer music, and despite being big in Germany and being in Europe, they're not, I don't think they have the recognition they deserve, just like Overkill.
Mill has like his foot on the gas pedal all the way pressed down. He doesn't stop. Like their records are getting better and better. I'm feeling this because the the chorus part of the riffs here
It's really nice.
are nice and catchy. What I like to have in my, even in my thrash metal, hook me in with something catchy, and then I'll appreciate the rest of the song later.
You guys see where that's coming from now, right? Since I'm the younger brother, I always say the same thing.
Yeah.
And it happens a lot when I react to bands that are not catchy.
Yeah.
Everybody always tells me the same things. Like, give it another chance.
Give it
man.
another chance, yeah.
Because some bands just don't hook you in right
First
away.
reaction is deceptive.
It could be very deceptive. Anywho, let's keep going. Let's see what we got. Oh my god. Yeah, they coming out strong with this single.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that first Kerry King solo. Like, I never liked that, guys, for some reason.
The kind of the more kind of chaotic solos. You never.
Yeah,
liked.
yeah. It's like pure chaos. There's like no rhyme or structure to it. I'm more on the side of a melodic kind of solos. They don't have to be intricate. They don't have to be complex, but you have to hook me in somehow. When it's like when you're doing your Kerry King thing, aside from the first album.
I disagree with you there. You know why? I always felt Kerry King brought. He might have not wrote the best songs for Slayer.
Yeah.
But that chaotic structure of playing that he brings to Slayer is what makes Slayer.
I don't know. It's just exercise and speed, and for me, that's not the highlight of the band.
Would you say this though with Creator? I always felt Creator is essentially the best thrash metal band coming out of Germany.
Sodom, Creator.
But Sodom is extremely close. I never liked Destruction. Was never a big fan of Destruction. Tankard is okay.
Tankard, it's one of the bands like Pantera that I appreciate from a distance, but it's like we're not close friends with that band.
Well,
but I appreciate that.
With Pantera guys, I think the main thing he doesn't like about Pantera is he doesn't like metalcore and that kind of the beginnings that Pantera brought. You kind of appreciate their attitude.
Don't get me wrong, Cowboys from Hell was on my playlist when I was a kid. I listened to it like to death. So I know the band. I'm familiar. I know their songs. Obviously, you know, the bigger songs that remind me the basic videos of Moscow.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Fight. What was it? Jesus Christ,
man. I'm also,
you know what I'm talking about? The videos, the one in Moscow with Metallica.
Domination.
There you go. I know my ABCs of Pantera and I respect them, but I don't have to like them. It's just not my.
Yeah, he was never a big fan, but. This, I think it's not gonna be the most representative single for the album. I think it's a good starter.
It's a good taste. It's simple song that gives you like the pedigree of what's to come, and that speed and ferocity have sold me already. I want that album now.
You know what it is with Creator too? They've mentioned a couple albums ago that they've been really trying to push themselves from a technical aspect. By playing more intricate riffs and solos.
Yeah.
And so much so, it's actually been difficult for them to play some of these things live.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that from him, that they're always trying to push themselves to the best of their ability and as far as they can go.
One of the hardest working bands in the industry today.
Them, and I'll keep mentioning Overkill.
Oh my God.
Bobby Bliss.
Bobby Bliss is the shit live, dude.
Yeah.
Headbang. You need to regrow your hair and just do a lot more of that.
I've tend to become a lot calmer recently.
Really?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Calmer? Guys, that's only on screen. He's calm on screen.
You know what it is that why he says that is because out of two of us, when we talk about the genres of music we like, you tend to lean more melodic, and I tend to lean more sadistically heavy. The heavier, the faster, the better.
Not necessarily the.
No, I'm saying you like Niles, you like all these other things, but for example, you're more of a connoisseur of power metal.
I am.
I am more of a connoisseur of like old school death metal. So we're like that's kind of
I know that he adores earlier death albums. I go from like the Sound of Perseverance and up those last albums at the peak for me.
Human Thought Pattern.
Yeah, that's more up your alley.
Yeah.
Like I like that album, but it doesn't. To me, they're like Sound of Perseverances.
I thought, like I said, I think this is a solid single, good way to begin. You heard what he said in the chorus line.
What?
Hate is the virus of this world. So it's him kind of bringing in what's happening, right, with the pandemic, kind of a little bit,
Right.
and the idea of what's obviously happening with racism and everything that's going on. He's always been a big advocate of that.
Yeah.
He's been he's the most badass vegan I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Nice. I would say I'm usually cautious of singles, even from established bands that I love, because they seem to be like just like dessert. Like, hey, this is just like whatever, pocket change. This song, I'll be honest with you, I'm not like emoting in front of the screen like, yeah, metal. This hooked me. This is good stuff. A lot of stuff that you show, he is the one that kind of shows me first, like, hey, new Overkill single, new Sodom single. I'm always like late to the party because I sort of build this expectation they're not going to be significant songs. This is dope.
Yeah. You're moody. You listen to things when you want to listen to.
Yeah.
Whereas I am like the one that's excited just to be able to jump in, which, I mean, again, I'll be looking forward to more of the singles. Nuclear Blast has just been killing it with really killer albums.
Yeah.
But I'd also like to hear from you guys, the fans of Kreator, the fans of thrash metal. You guys, I've mentioned it 1,000 times on this channel how much of a fan I am of thrash metal. I would like to hear from you guys as well what you thought of the single. Are you excited for the album, kind of? What's your favorite era of Kreator? Let's put it that way as well. And
for those of you guys who've seen them live, please write in the comments below. I personally would be curious to hear fans' experience with Kreator live, because they're freaking amazing. Every time we see them, he puts his heart and soul into performance.
The 2 times that was absolutely killer we saw them, it was Arch Enemy and Kreator, and then there was one with Kreator and Overkill that we saw.
Was it at Nokia? One of them was at Nokia Theater, right, in New York City.
It was Nokia, PlayStation Theater,
Yes.
There was like 5 different names.
Yeah. That venue was dope, yeah.
Anywho, guys, make sure you take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, and what?
And may the force be with you.
And keep it metal.